Now we'll be doing the width of the class interval. So while constructing the frequency distribution, it is desirable that the width of each class interval should be in equal size. So the first we will do the class interval. The difference between the lower limit and the upper limit is known as class interval. If I ask you what is the class interval, then it is just the difference between the two. Okay, so the class interval is generally indicated by symbol I or C. Okay, and it is upper limit minus lower limit, means L2 minus L1, which shows us the magnitude or size or length of the class. Now, width of the class interval, it is largest observation minus smallest observation divided by the number of classes desired. So, while constructing the frequency distribution, it is desirable that the width of each class interval should be equal in size. So, while we calculate the frequency, each class interval should be of equal width. The size or width of each class interval can be determined by the following formula. So this formula has to be memorized. Before taking a final decision on the width of the class interval, it is necessary to consider the following points. A class interval should be a multiple of 5, as it is easy to grasp numbers like 5, 10, 15, etc. It should be convenient to find the mid value of the class interval. As far as possible, all classes should be of equal width. Most of the observation in a class should be uniformly distributed. So these are the following points should be kept in mind, and this formula has to be memorized. What is range? The range of a frequency distribution can be defined as the difference between the lower limit of the first class interval and the upper limit of the last class interval. So, suppose you have class interval from 0 to 10 to 82 to 70 to 80. Now, they are saying that the range is the lower, means difference between the lower limit of the first class and the upper limit of the last class interval. Okay, so you can see the lower limit is 0, upper limit is 80. So 80 minus 0, 80 is the range. Mid value is calculated by lower class limit plus upper class limit divided by 2. So suppose if you are asked to find out the mid value of the class interval 10 to 20, that will be 10 plus 20 divided by 2. Frequency refers to number of items falling within a particular class, that I have already discussed the last day. Means the number of items which is falling in the particular class interval. Like if the class interval is 0 to 20, 10 students are falling between that. So the frequency is 10. Frequency distribution, it is a table where the variable, means the values of the variable and its frequency is shown corresponding to it in a table. Okay. Next is class frequency. The number of observations corresponding to a particular class is known as class frequency. It is denoted by F. The sum of the frequency is denoted as summation F or N. For example, if 5 students have secured marks between 60 and 70, then 15 is the class frequency. So the number of observations corresponding to a particular class is known as class frequency. Obviously, if the frequency suppose your class interval is 0 to 10, corresponding to it the frequency value is called the class frequency. It is denoted by F. Sum of the frequencies is denoted by summation F or N. If 15 students have secured 60 and 70, then 15 is the class frequency. Okay, means if the class interval is 60 to 70, then 15 students have secured marks between 60 to 70. So 15 is the class frequency of that class interval 60 to 70. Okay. Next day we will be moving to the continuous series.